All right, in this one, we're going to talk about keyword research in 2019 and how that affects your listing, your ability to sell on that listing, and your ranking on Amazon. So let's get right into it. There's a lot of ways that you can do keyword research to build a massive list of keywords that you want to use to put in your listing. And there's really two ways to look at it. One is you can do it free and find all those keywords the free way. Or two, you can use a paid tool. And a lot of people that are just starting out want to figure out how to do all this stuff at the least cost possible. And then the smart people use the tools that were created specifically for the purpose of helping you to sell better. Because if you can invest money in a tool that will get you to a place that's much better than what you could do on your own for free, then the tool is definitely worth it. That's just the basic idea of investing, your money for results. For that reason, I want to talk to you today about how to do keyword research, and we're going to use paid tools to talk about it. Specifically, I'm going to use one called Helium 10, but I'll tell you about some others a little bit later. If you want to know how to do it for free, there's a little info dot on this video. You just click that info dot and there's a link to another video you can watch to see how to do keyword research for free. Now, that being said, let's hop right into it and talk about what tool I recommend, Helium 10. There's other tools out there. What you're looking for is a tool that will do reverse ASIN searching. And what that means is that you put an ASIN in the tool and you click a button, and it'll reverse search that ASIN for all the keywords that ASIN is ranking for, okay? Now, this is key, and this makes keyword research super simple, because you can complicate it and say, okay, I want to look at volume, and I want to, look at a bunch of different places like Google Keyword Planner, or go to Merchant Words and cross-reference that to Selix and all these different tools that are free. The problem is that recently Amazon is no longer sharing exact search term volume as they used to. And so any tool that says they have that is not exactly telling the truth. Okay, and so they're kind of guesstimating based on generic search volume or maybe past history on that specific term. So the best indicator for what is performing is not necessarily those guesstimates on volume. They're helpful, but you don't need them completely. The best indicator is your competitors. And the great part about reverse ASIN searching is that when you do get these search terms that your competitors are ranking for, it tells you that they are at least selling on these terms, or that the terms are relevant enough for Amazon to rank them for these terms, okay? Because how does Amazon determine ranking? Relevance. And what is a major factor in relevance? Sales. So if you found this amazing search term on one of these tools that has a ton of search volume, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I want to rank for that one, but it turns out that none of your competitors are ranking for that term because it's not super relevant, it's kind of like off to the side relevant, then of course that's not going to be a good keyword for you, but you don't know that just looking at search volume. And so you might optimize your listing for that keyword, and then in the end you don't get any benefit from it and you've wasted the space. So what you want to do is go find your top competitors, run a tool like Jungle Scout or Helium 10's listing X-ray is what they call it, and run X-ray, see which listings and ASINs are selling the best for your specific type of product in your category, and then copy those ASINs and put them into the reverse ASIN tool on Helium 10 or any other tool. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in the software right now, so let's go check that out. All right, let's get started. So I chose the keyword or the product indoor hydroponic herb garden, personal interest. Not really any specific reason why I chose this keyword. What I'm going to do is go up here to the Helium 10 X-ray Chrome extension and get an idea of the products that are selling well in this category, in this keyword. All right, so I'm going to sort by revenue. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab this ASIN, and I'm going to go over to helium-10. This is inside helium-10. This is a look at Cerebro, which is their reverse ASIN tool. And I type in here that ASIN. I'm going to look for organic results. And then I'm also going to do get competitors. So I'm not only going to do that one, and in this case, you would put your own ASIN if you already had your listing set up. You put your own ASIN there. But if you don't have one, you're just doing research, put an ASIN there, and then select the top 10 competitors here. So we're going to do that. Select all these. Make sure these are seeds. That doesn't look like a hydroponic herb garden. That doesn't look like one. That's not one. Herb garden kit might be relevant though. Here's another one. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, got them all. Let's do these two because they're a little bit higher up. Okay, so we selected the 10, close. You can see they're all here. And then we just run a reverse search and wait. So here they are, all the ASINs, they pop up, and then you have a total of 8,901 keywords. There you go, keyword research done. Now, you can use, as I was saying, the search term volume is not 100% accurate, and all these tools have a different way of coming across it. So what I would say is use the volume as an indicator. All the keywords here, you know, are at least in some way relevant because your competitors are ranking for them. And so what you want to do is see kind of what position they rank for in that keyword. And if they're number 1 or 2 or 3 or on the first page, depending on the volume, it means that they're selling for that keyword, okay? And then that means that that's a good keyword, that's a relevant keyword. So what we want to do is search by, you can either do exact or broad, and you can just sort that way. What I like to do is any exact volume above 500 and apply. And then just sort it by broad here. And then you can see position rank. So not a whole lot of high position ranks here. And the reason being is that these are single keywords, right? Gift can be anything, LED could be anything, kit could be anything. Even, garden, that's not super close to the keyword of hydroponic garden if you're specifically selling that. So what we want to do is just keep scrolling down and look for the first kind of keyword or what we could do here is we could do exact volume, and then we could do position rank and do let's say a maximum of 10. Here we go. So herb, we have someone ranking for herb, single keyword. That's pretty impressive. Arrow, another single keyword, pretty impressive. Herbs. So these are relevant terms, okay, I want to keep those. What else do we have here? Ranking 1 for arrow garden. That's a pretty good one there. Herb garden, super relevant. Hydroponics, another super relevant. You can see the other ASINs and where they rank. So yeah, just keep scrolling through here, and you can even sort. I'm going to sort by competitor rank average, okay? And this one is only one competitor ranks for that. Not exactly sure why, so we're going to skip that one. Herb, and you got to use some common sense when you're choosing keywords too. If you're selling a hydroponic indoor herb garden, and this is the keyword that is showing up as potentially relevant, you have to say, you know what? I don't think that one is actually relevant, and use some common sense here. But this one, on the other hand, is super relevant, okay? And so we know that herb growing kit indoor has high potential because on average the competitors are ranking 17.3. There's one, you can see all the ranks here. This is a good keyword. It's got 2,502 on the broad search volume. So this looks like a good keyword, okay? So we're going to want to keep this one. And you're just going to want to keep building out your list like that. Say, okay, this is a good keyword, and keep going down and saying, all right, what's next? Grow lights. Grow lights has potential because a lot of these have those grow lights above this thing up here is a grow light. So you know that one is not exactly spot on to what the keyword, what the product actually is, but it's a related term that somebody that was searching for that might be interested in your product. So it might not be a main keyword that you would go for, but it'd be something you might put in your description or your bullets. Again, for plant shelf, outdoor shelves a little too broad. Countertop garden though, that's super relevant here. It's a smaller search term, so you probably wouldn't want to use that as your main search term. Mini greenhouse indoors, same thing there. So you just kind of go through and you keep looking at these keywords and saying, okay, are the ones showing up relevant to my product? Unique gifts for mom, maybe relevant for Mother's Day or Christmas or Valentine's Day, but not necessarily relevant year round, right? So got to be mindful of that. Succulent plants, it's a plant related thing, but we're not looking to grow succulents, we're looking to grow herbs. So you use this kind of thought process to be smart about the keywords that you choose to put at the beginning of your listing. And I made a video about how to write listings, and I'll link to that video on this video. But you have to be smart about how you're picking your keywords, and then you have to be smart about which ones you put where on your listing. So you're going to want to put the more powerful keywords in your title, and kind of that next level down is going to be your bullet points, and then your body is going to be the next level down, and then you have the back end keywords. And so as you're looking at these and picking these out, you're always thinking, okay, which keywords are the most relevant, and then which keywords are relevant, but I kind of want to put them a little bit further down the line. So that's it. I mean, this is why paid tools are so powerful, is because they can do most of the bulk of the work for you in a matter of seconds. Whereas if you did the free method, it would take you multiple days to build a list of this size. Okay? And so really it's about you being smart about how you're using the tool, and then how you're selecting the keywords. There's no magic to it. You just gotta pick the ones that have the most relevance first, because that's what Amazon is ranking based on, and relevance is highly based on sales. And so find your competitors, find what they're ranking for, and then try to rank for those same things. All right, I'm gonna come back in the room here and talk a little bit more about this relevance factor, because that is the huge factor to ranking. And so, like I said, you want to use volume as an indicator, but not as your sole source of decision making for why you choose certain keywords. Use your common sense, use these tools to your benefit. You know, it might cost $100 in a month, but you can use it once and then stop the subscription, or it's making you so much money that you keep using it because they have a lot of great other features as well. I'm not here to pitch the tool, but I'm here to pitch the mindset. And the mindset is that you got to use the right tools to get you the right results. And so when it comes to finding relevance, you want to find keywords that are super relevant to your product and that are selling on your product type. And you can do that with reverse ASIN lookup. And so once you do find those keywords that are the most relevant, you're going to find that maybe competition is steep, or maybe it's not, depending on the product that you've chosen or that you're selling. At the beginning, you're going to notice that the longer tail keywords are going to have lower search volumes, but they're also going to be less competitive. And so the strategy that you'll most likely want to take is to identify longer tail keywords and focus on one of those at a time. Try to get ranked on the first page or in that first spot for each of those longer tail keywords, and build your way up to more generic keywords in your product line, in your category. And the way you do that is that maybe you're generic keyword is hydroponic garden, okay? And in this instance, indoor hydroponic herb gardens are is the longer tail keyword that has less competition but less search volume, right? So you rank on the first spot for indoor hydroponic herb garden, and you also get the benefit. Once you get that first spot, you get more sales on that keyword. You also get that benefit for hydroponic garden. And then the next time you're going to rank for another long tail keyword. And this time it's going to be indoor hydroponic herb garden with grow light. Okay? Now that's an even longer tail keyword, probably even lower search volume, lower competition. But if you rank first for that, you're going to get sales on that, and you're going to get the benefit of having hydroponic garden in there as well. And so as you build these long tail keywords, you're a collector of long tail keywords. As you build these, you also get the benefit to your main keyword. So that's keyword research in 2019. Super simple. It's super easy with the right tools. No need to overcomplicate. Just put out the money a little bit, okay? Don't go crazy. Don't spend on a lot of stuff, but this is something that's totally worth it to make your life easier and to get the right keywords and not just based on, search volume data pulled out of thin air, okay? So that's it. If you have any questions, leave a comment in this video and I'll respond to your question as soon as possible. And yeah, like I said, I made a video about how to incorporate these keywords into your listing and how to write that listing correctly for maximum conversion. And you can check that video out. I've linked it in the description. All right, see you in the next video.